Hey there, fellas. All right. More experiments. You might recall how we made prop shafts out of PVC pipe, of the regular and reinforced variety. And amazingly, those turned out to be mighty sturdy. Especially the one that was fiberglass reinforced. That one held up very well. Anyway, many of you guys know that we have got, A lot of you are aware that our channel is translated to English. And so we were chatting with the translator, shooting the ish, and he was like, you've already tried using toilet paper as a rope for certain purposes. Everything worked, and so why don't you use toilet paper to make a prop shaft? Here we have some pipe that we can use as a mold. We'll apply a couple of layers of separating agent to it to prevent the paper from sticking. From there we take some of this regular old toilet paper, of the cheapest sort that we could find. Also we'll take some resin, stick everything to the pipe, and instead of using fiberglass or fiberglass sheet, we're going to be using toilet paper. Each roll supposedly consists of 50 meters of paper, and one pack consists of 48 rolls. We should get a pretty good layer going once it's all soaked in resin. And once it all dries, well, first of all, we'll see how much it's going to weigh. As for durability testing, that we'll be conducting on a car. Okay, let's make us a prop shaft out of toilet paper. Let's go. Video was originally uploaded in early 2022. Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. Check out what we got here. This sat overnight, the resin is cured, but in certain spots you'll notice, for some reason the outer layer, we didn't vacuum seal anything, and the outer layer of paper seems to have swollen and become undone. But in some spots, like over here, it is hard as wood, which is how the whole thing was supposed to turn out. However, in some spots, I'm noticing a certain, let's just say, lack of adhesion. Now it's a matter of, finding some sort of way to get this plastic backbone... Exactly what I was most afraid of. That this sort of thing would happen. Right, let's cut off this jagged edge. We thought this would be easy, that we'd give it a nudge and it'd just fall right out. We actually applied a bunch of layers of the separating liquid to the pipe. So the resin shouldn't have gotten stuck to it too hard. Is it turning? Uh-huh. I'd even say that we're getting somewhere. Yeah. Okay, a bit has popped out. It is on tight. Very much so. See how well this is going now? Give it up! Give it up, I say! Hooray. Like, that's me in the morning after I've had some rice. Looks good in here. In terms of weight, I wouldn't say it's... I mean... It is significantly lighter than one made from metal, that's for sure. This has got quite a thick wall going. Now we just need to trim it, as in make some reliefs. Also, we need to make some sort of adapter so that we don't ruin the tail end of the automatic transmission. Yeah, we'll set up a spline connection and secure it using regular clamps. Okay, let's do this, so don't just stand there, bring it up. And now the moment of truth. We did our best to secure the whole thing with studs, clamps. Please be able to drive, my dear, pretty please. And it's moving. So far, this is going terrific. Excellent. This is just great. Hooray, we are outside. And that is just wonderful. Let's drive forward, just don't stall, please. And we are off, isn't that lovely? It drives. There you go, but I won't be giving it any beans yet. Taking it easy won't be going too far. Just in case. You'd recall how we had to push cars back? Right now I'm just driving it idle and the car is moving along. Slowly but surely. Let me try aggressively flipping around. Just don't back up into that stump. And now we drive forward. I can even give it some gas. Give it a bit of gas and... It's not as scary when you're driving back towards the facility. Now I'm actually quite confident to use the gas. Let me give it a bit more. And that's it. That's a wrap. I was just starting to drive vigorously and all of a sudden it's over. But what happened? Yeah, the tail end fell off, I see. For crying out loud, just when I was starting to get confident. Like foot to the floor, expecting to surprise everybody with the toilet paper? But I mean, yeah. There's oil dripping from the gearbox. That's the worst part about this. It lasted exactly as long as you would expect from such a material. I mean, some would say we should have vacuum pressed it for all of the air to escape, for the resin to cure and the paper to act as reinforcement. Then it would have held up, and I might even agree with that. But the nature of these experiments is such that we need to try one way, see what happens, whether it works or not, then try another way, only then can we find a working solution. Okay, let's bring the car into the garage and investigate. See what part of the structure failed, where the weak spot was. Right, let's head back to base. Yeah, there it is. We've got the car on a lift. It's all good, and the prop shaft is thoroughly eroded. Now, you might remember when I was separating it from the pipe, one side of it was strong as oak, over here, while on this side it was slightly soft. And yeah, as you can plainly see, for whatever reason, here it's like we didn't use enough resin. I actually felt as if during the treatment process the paper would swell and, let's just say the layers were separating from each other. Even though we were trying to wrap it on tight, But for whatever reason, it wasn't on tight enough, yeah. This shouldn't have happened. But if you look right here, the inner layers over here are very durable. Very stout. That's about 3.5 to 4 mil thick, the inner layers. But the rest are not quite as impressive, unfortunately. But that's what happened, guys. But hey, at least the car was able to drive at the end of the day. We drove for a bit one way, then made our way back. But then I gave the gas a good stab. That put the prop shaft under some stress. Also, there might have been an imbalance. And that ultimately led to this sort of failure. But we're one step closer to making a proper carbon propeller shaft. One that's legit. Maybe that's enough for these sorts of experiments. Perhaps it's time to make a real one. One that's high quality, durable, and made from carbon fiber. But we'll get to that later. For now, that'll be all. The toilet paper prop shaft did not work. I mean, it did, but it only went like about 20%. But hey, at least we got a laugh out of this. And hopefully you guys did too. Anyway, watch us, subscribe, send in your suggestions, comment, give us a big thumbs up. Alright, catch you later. Okay, well, we'd better hang this one in the stall. And use a marker to write on it. If you're out, you can take some of this.